Hi everyone, it's Marieta. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I want to talk about EB, employment, green card categories as well. I want to talk about what to do if you cannot schedule your interview, and especially if you are coming from countries that are being impacted by Proclamation 10143, in other words, the travel ban, European Union travel ban coming up. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification button, and let's get started. I want to talk about what to do if you are in that green card category, EB green card categories, and currently you are not able to expedite your case, or your case is stuck, or you are coming from travel ban countries such as European Union countries, South Africa, Brazil, and you are not able to schedule your interview at the US Embassy because they are telling you are getting the same response that they are not currently processing these type of immigrant visas. So what to do? And this is frequently asked question. In fact, I'm receiving these comments from you guys asking me what to do in this case because I'm stuck. My green card petition is stuck. And obviously we are talking about the consular processing. This is the processing when you apply for your petition at the USCIS. You file your petition in USCIS. Once it's approved, then it goes to NVC, and from NVC you go to the US Embassy for interview. This process normally takes anywhere from 3-4 months up to 8 months. But right now, because many of you guys, if you remember, we still had until recently the immigration ban in place, and this immigration ban, Proclamation 10014, was rescinded by President Biden 2 weeks ago. And that being said, many of these green cards, employment-based green cards, that were actually stuck and was because in that limbo of that immigration ban, now they are starting to process these green cards. However, here is the issue. If you are coming from countries that are impacted by the proclamation, the current travel ban proclamation ban that is still in place, it's in effect. It was issued on January 25th by President Biden. You cannot schedule your immigrant visa appointment at the US Embassy, and this is due to that still valid proclamation that is basically banning certain immigrants and non-immigrant visa categories, in other words travelers, to enter the United States due to the COVID-19. And like I said, this is impacting mainly European Union countries, specifically in Schengen area. It's also impacting UK, Ireland, Brazil. And if you want to schedule your immigrant or non-immigrant visa interview at the US Embassy, you need to apply if you meet the requirements for national interest exception. And guess what? National interest exceptions, they just changed. And yesterday I made a video where I did explain the change in the national interest exceptions, because this was issued on March 2nd, 2021, and I was covering what it means. And if you want to learn more, I will be linking here the video. In the video I mentioned what are these exceptions. So basically what to do if you're stuck. What to do if, let's say, right now your case was already processed by NVC and you are stuck in this limbo because you cannot schedule your appointment, your immigrant visa appointment at the US Embassy because of this particular proclamation 10143. What can you do? Well, tip number 1 is to consider national interest exception. Take a look at that video where I did explain national interest exception. If you want to discuss more details with me, you're welcome to schedule consultation. Below in description is going to be a link to schedule your consultation with me. So this would be number 1. Number 2, if your case is still at NVC, because think about it, many cases got stuck, got suspended because of the immigration ban that was recently lifted. And so there is obviously backlog. And if your case is stuck at NVC and you are not able to, you are not receiving any communication, I would definitely reach out to them. Or if you qualify for Expedite Request at NVC, I would certainly file for this Expedite Request. However, keep that in mind that you should not abuse this option because you can only file for expedite request if there is a reason, if there is a valid reason that you can support by evidence. So what should be this reason? Well, if there is any psychological issue that you are going to experience or close family members are experiencing and you do have proper evidence to back it up. If your business is experiencing extreme hardship because you are not in the United States. If there is other humanitarian need for you to travel to the United States. If it's connected with your family members and there is a medical reason for it and you need to travel to the United States, this would be why you are requesting expedite service. And so once you do that, then NVC will actually process your case. They will let you know if they approve you or disapprove you. If they don't approve you, it should not impact your case. So even if you try and you get a negative response, they will just process your case in a normal way. However, if that's the case, wait maybe a month or 6 weeks and then do it again. If you don't see any movement, I would do it again. I would actually file expedite request again. But keep in mind, when you do that, you should not abuse it, because these days everybody wants to go back to US, right? And so everybody has the same issue, but your expedite request needs to have valid evidence included in that request, otherwise you will not be approved. So this is something I would try. Also, when it comes to issuance of immigrant visa at the US Embassy, again, each US Embassy is operating slightly differently. You have to check your particular US Embassy in your country. I was in fact checking today how are the embassies in the European Union. For example, I know that embassy in France is issuing even B visas. I think there is a wait time 3 months or 4 months, but obviously for you have to have a reason. If it's just a tourism, they're not going to issue your B visa. But for example, other embassies are not issuing B visa. For example, embassy in Berlin or Frankfurt, they are not issuing B visas. So these embassies are working individually. Every embassy is adjusting everything to the local conditions and so on. However, all these embassies in the European Union, including UK, including Ireland, including Brazil, these embassies are obviously under that proclamation, that travel ban that is actually banning entry of certain immigrants and non-immigrants to the United States if you have spent 14 days in your country or in that country that is on the travel ban list. So in that case, if you do have valid visa in your passport, you can actually travel to the United States. If you go to third country, you quarantine in that third country for 14 days and then you enter the United States. So in that case, you can do this and you can try definitely to get and enter the United States from that third country. For example, you go to Mexico, you stay for 14 days and then from there you enter to United States. So this would be, for example, way to go, how you can basically skip this travel ban proclamation and enter United States. But this is the case if you actually have a valid visa. If you don't have a valid visa in your passport, you are basically stuck and you are waiting for that issuance of that immigrant visa or non-immigrant visa to your passport. So guys, I hope that this brings a little bit of clarity to your situation. Sometimes people ask me, what else can I do? Can I actually sue the US Embassy? And here's the deal. Typically, if there is a delay in the processing, you can, in some cases, bring that lawsuit, mandamus lawsuit. However, this is usually done when there is a delay in the administrative processing and is not necessarily due to that proclamation. This is proclamation that was issued by President Biden on January 25th. And this proclamation is banning entry of certain immigrant and non-immigrant, especially from those affected countries. I'm going to be linking the video for you where I did talk about the recent exceptions, and if you have any questions, any comments, you can leave them below. If you want to book a consultation with me, you're welcome to do that. Link is going to be below this video. Stay well, safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.